Hello, and welcome to another episode of Healing from the Mess with me, your host, Lizzie. Today, we're going to talk about how Sunday went. I have 2 hours before I leave for work. Okay, so we met. For the first hour and a half. Just talked about everything else but our relationship, which was the premise of us meeting. I told her about when I found out she lied about Dad thinking I was sneaking out. And your dad said it. Well, no, my brother told her my dad said it, which we both know. We all know. If you listen to this podcast, you know my brother's a pathological liar. Well, I didn't know that then. She did. No, she did. And I know that he didn't think that because when he found what I wrote in my journal about him thinking that, he confronted me and was like, why would you say that? Why would you think that? I don't think that. And I didn't believe him. Also, though, like, my biggest thing was, why would you tell your daughter her father thinks of her that way? Even if it was true. That's between you and the other parent. You don't bring your child into that. You don't go, well, your dad thinks this, so obviously I love you more. Obviously I know you better. You don't do that. You're competing for my love, which you don't have to do because I'm a child and I love both my parents. So, not okay, not cool. And I told her that wasn't okay. And then the whole thing with her husband. Oh yeah, she came up with a whole nother story. Now I have proof. Thanks to an app where I wrote this stuff down. She said, where she told him, you forced me to sign for this loan that I wanted so you could be put on the deed. You know what her story was on Sunday? Story on Sunday was that they had to put the house up for collateral, and that's not what she wanted to do. If that was how she didn't want it. That's what you're mad about? Like, you didn't, that's not even what you said. That's not even what you said. Duh. What you said 2 years ago. Truth is easy to remember. Lies not so much. And she's like, oh, we're just working through it. We're working through it. Yeah, okay. No, and I made it very clear the reason I had just told all 3 of my kids, like 3 weeks before Christmas, that they were getting divorced 2 years ago. And then she was like, changed her mind. As soon as I told my kids, she changed her mind. And then she wanted us to get together like we were a big, happy family. No, because you wouldn't want to deal with my fucking kids. You want to deal with my kids asking you, well, I thought you were getting divorced. Why are you acting like everything's fine? Because they would. Because they know things. Oh, shit. I lost my place. Hold on. And then her first thing was, well, you think things that aren't true. And I was like, what do I think that isn't true? And she said, you think that I was out sleeping around, whatever. And I didn't know when she was talking about, because she goes, I was with you and your brother. And I was like, I never said that. Nor do I ever thought that. Who told you that? I don't remember. Sounds like it came from my brother. You're a moron. That was what she was worried about. She was worried about her, how I viewed her. She was worried about her own self-image. She's not worried about us. She's worried about what I'm telling everybody. If you want to know, listen to the podcast, lady. Listen to the podcast, because then you'll freaking know what I think about you. I just think you're a liar. That's all. And I never told that to anybody. Like, I never thought that. I've never said that. And at the end, you know, as we're leaving, she's like, it was good to see you. And I'm like, you too. I couldn't even eat before I went. I was so anxious. I even left my house early because I couldn't sit around. I was that anxious. And I left there. I finally ate. It was like 4:30 when I finally got some food. I ate food. I went home. I ate some more food. I think I only had 40 ounces of water the whole day, which isn't enough. It's way below what I'm supposed to have. And I just can't. She texted me, I made it home safely. It was good to see you. And I didn't even respond. I was like, you don't need to know we made it home safely. Like, the weirdest part of seeing her, I had my sunglasses on, so I can't tell you 100% sure. I know her hair was longer. It was about this long. It's like this long right here. Like, mind you, I came in disguise. I had my hair up. I had a beanie on. I had my giant, like, heavy pants on. I had my hoodie on because I didn't want her to see me. I did not want her to see the woman that I have grown into on the outside. And then again, I don't even know how to let her into the person I am on the inside. Because when I'm around her, the other reason why it was so hard to talk to her is because I was such in a brain fog. Every time I'm with her, I had brain fog. And I couldn't say the things. Like, I could feel it on the tip of my tongue. Like, I just want to say, I don't want to pretend like everything's okay when it's not. And the other thing was, I should be able to say no to you without feeling guilty. I couldn't get it off my tongue. Because it was too much. It was too much. It felt like my watch on. I just couldn't get it to come off my tongue. So it wasn't a great experience. I don't want to do it again. It's funny. I want to have another conversation, but I don't want to do it again. Her husband's health, she's worried about. He has his appointment today. There are a few reasons why it would be. Listen, I don't wish death on anyone. Like, I know sometimes I wish on her, in the sense of my kids can grieve her properly, right? They can grieve her without any confliction like I have. You know, I would like them to be able to grieve properly, and more easily. I don't want him to go. I don't want that. It's hard for me to wrap my head around. I don't know how to explain it. I hate worrying. And although she talks like she's just a wonderful, caring wife, and she's not. Oh, I do this for him every night. No, you don't. No, he does it. You remind him. Yeah. And instead of fighting with him so he doesn't hurt himself, you just let him do what he wants to do because you don't want to fight with him. That's stupid. Like, it's really, really dumb, because I fought with my husband when he had surgery earlier this year. I fought. Oh, you think you can do that? Don't even try it. Be mad. Be mad. I don't care. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. Because I'd rather fight with you. I'd rather fight with you and you be around for a while longer than not fight with you and you hurt yourself to the point you gotta go to the ER or the hospital or whatever and have surgery again. And that's the point that I just didn't understand, was how did you not fight? How do I, it's fine. Anyway, that's the update. That's what I wanted to say. I know it's short, but I don't have anything else to give. It took a lot out of me. I've worked for the next, like I worked yesterday. I work 8 hours today. And then 4 hours tomorrow, 2 days off, then I work 4 hours. I think it's 4 hours on Saturday. I don't remember. I think so. I didn't drop it. Yeah, I work 4 hours on Saturday. So it is what it is. I'm just exhausted. And so I appreciate you guys being here and listening, and hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your week. Bye, guys. Tune in next time for another episode of Healing from the Mess with me, your host, Lizzie.